Portage is a response to the problem of addiction in our communities. It was developed and was inspired by concern in the Montreal community about the problem of addiction that surfaced in the late 60s.
The people who were addicted on drugs had nowhere to go. The doctors couldn't deal with them, and the hospitals had no services for them. This was a very big lack.
And so we imported some technology that was being used or attempted in the United States, and we almost immediately modified it, and over time it became what Portage is today.
Therapeutic Community is a peer-based approach. The Portage version of the Therapeutic Community is a positive psychology-based approach. Here, with the support of their peer, residents are able to capitalize on their strengths and to examine their lives in terms of their ambitions, their hopes, their aspirations, and to use their existing strengths to help them propel themselves into the directions that they want to live their lives.
People don't come here to get broken down. People are broken down already before they come here. So what we work is on what they do have and focus on that to develop those aspects of their life, not at what they don't have. What they need to get, they'll get through our competencies. And these competencies are all through the program, and each phase of the program deals with specific competencies that are needed.
Inpatient residential treatment is 5 phases. So you come in and you enter phase 1, and as you gain skills and competencies, you gain more responsibilities and you go up through the phases.
Portage is a case-managed facility. Even though we run a program that everyone benefits from and that is scheduled for the day, each resident has working off of their own treatment plan devised by their own case manager. So this is treating the individual as an individual within the group. Portage is a social learning environment. It's an environment where role modeling plays a very strong role. The best way to describe it is that we walk the walk, we don't just talk the talk. Our staff are role models, they're facilitators, and their behavior and their support enables the resident to do those things that only one can do for oneself.
We also got involved in an evaluation program because, quite frankly, we wanted to know, was the program really having a long-term impact?
At Portage, there's no such thing as treatment failure. Portage believes that even a short stay at Portage results in very strong and positive growth in our residents. And we do not cut residents off because they decide to terminate their treatment prematurely. We support them, we continue to stay with them, and our treatment cycle is 2 years, whether you stay 3 months or whether you stay 6 months at Portage. We will be in touch with all our residents for the 2-year period.
The people I've met at Portage are unlike the people I've met anywhere else, very warm and giving, and you can tell their mission is to help others. And the way Portage is run as an organization is to be looked up to by private enterprises and other nonprofit organizations.
Portage is an amazingly forceful expression of community will to respond to the problem of addiction in the community. And the addiction problem is one of the most difficult and destructive problems faced by society. It's more expensive than almost anything else. The benefits of addressing it on a social and financial basis are more compelling than any other response to any other chronic disease.
And while we have to pay for their rehabilitation, it really saves the broader community from additional costs that they would have had on welfare and so on.
To see adolescents that come in that are scared, that don't have a lot of skills, don't know a lot, but know they're not doing well, they're not healthy physically, emotionally, psychologically, to complete the program, to do the 5 phases of residential treatment, to again gain lots of skills, lots of knowledge, to get back with their families, you know, to make amends to people that they've hurt, to get back into knowing how important education is for their future, and you know, and to transition back into their home communities so they can be, you know, contributing members of society.
In a supportive peer environment, our young people learn to become themselves. They find acceptance at Portage, and they find the ability to self-actualize.